If you are ready to build your Diamondback bike, here are the step-by-step instructions to get you on your way. As you open the box, you'll see there are just 4 steps to get you riding. If you've never built a bike before, this may take you up to 60 minutes. If you're handy with tools, probably around 40 to 50 minutes. If you've wrenched a little before but never fully built a bike, expect to spend around 30 to 40 minutes, and if you're an expert mechanic, you'll probably be riding in 10 minutes. Start by making sure you have everything out of the box, including the small parts and tools box and the seat post. Take all of the packaging materials off the bike and be sure to save them along with the box. Next, turn the fork forward and hang your bike by putting your fork over the box. Unscrew the 4 bolts holding the faceplate, grab your handlebars, and make sure the cables aren't twisted. Center your handlebars on the stem and start to reinstall the faceplate. Tighten the bolts evenly and snugly in a crossing pattern, and also make sure your brake levers are perpendicular to the ground. The wrench should leave an imprint on your palm when it's tight enough. Check to make sure you have an equal gap on the top and bottom between the faceplate and the stem. Next, install your seat post by opening the quick release or loosening the seat post clamp bolt. Slide the post into the frame, making sure to insert it past the minimum insertion mark, and tighten the clamp bolt. The wrench should leave an imprint on your palm when it's tight enough. To install your front wheel, it'll probably be easiest to turn your bike upside down. Remove the through axle counterclockwise, and if you have hydraulic disc brakes, tug the plastic spacer out too. Now put the front wheel in the fork, being careful to slide the disc rotor in between the disc brake pads. Thread the through axle back in clockwise, tucking the lever up near the fork. When it's tight enough, it will leave an imprint on your palm. For quick release bikes, first pull the plastic fork block out of the dropouts. Slide the quick release through the hub with 1 conical spring on each side. Thread the nut onto the other side and begin to tighten. When you close the lever, it should tuck up near the fork leg, and when it's tight enough, the lever will leave an imprint on your palm. If you have rim brakes, there may be a direction arrow on the tire. Orient the tire so when the bike is upright, the arrow will be facing forward. With this style of rim brake, simply return the lever to its downward position and test the brake to see that the pads are only touching the rim. Your pedals are right and left specific, so make sure you have the correct one for each side. The pedals are marked with R and L stickers, as well as having an R or L stamped on the end of the pedal spindle. The right pedal goes on the same side of the bike as the chain and threads in clockwise, whereas the left pedal goes on the side without the chain and threads in counterclockwise. Thread them in as far as you can by hand, then give them a final tightening with the pedal wrench, tightening them firmly. Before you hit the road, do a quick pre-ride check to make sure your bike is in working order. Do a bolt check on critical areas like the stem and handlebars to make sure the bolts are all still tight. Next, double check your quick releases or through axles. Then try to spin your handlebars side to side while holding the front wheel still with your legs. Now see if you can rotate the bars up or down. Also check both brakes. Pull 1 brake lever at a time and rock your bike back and forth 5 times. Then give the wheels a spin. There shouldn't be any rubbing of the brakes. On the sidewall of the tire, there is a suggested pressure rating. Keeping the correct PSI will lower your chances of getting a flat, and it will make your ride more efficient. Now check your saddle for the correct height. You'll want the top of the saddle to be 2 to 3 inches below your hip. It's also a good idea to try to wiggle the saddle side to side, and if it doesn't move, it's tight enough.